So I commented to her, okay, cat lady, calm down, love. She went mental. So I said to her, I said something like, okay, fatty. Then I go to the gym every day. I've seen a picture of you. You're fat and bald. I'm not fat. It's like, triggered you, and I calling you fatter.
I understand you're in a bit of a, I believe the technical term is a Twitter storm, or an X storm, as it's called now. So what have you been doing now, Nick?
This was
causing trouble.
It's all over now, but it was a couple of days after Christmas Day, and it's one of those things where it's a one-off flippant post that you don't think anything about, and all of a sudden you go,
you do many of those.
Why have I got an extra 200 followers this last 4 minutes? And why am I being called all these names? There's a guy most people would have heard of. He was big during the Brexit referendum. It's called Femi Olawala, something like that.
And in fact, I think I liked him before I finally woke up and realised that all these people were the race grifters and establishment shield. So I think I actually quite liked him, but I think he's an arsehole.
He's an arse. Everyone thinks he's an arse. He put a post out.
Is he on mainstream TV anymore? Or
no, I don't watch.
So he's kind of a fading personality, celebrity or whatever. But
he was big during the referendum because he was a young black man.
Yes,
who was pro EU, and he's been educated. He speaks well, and you know.
Yeah, but another classic race grifter.
Exactly.
Yeah,
he is now. He put something out, wishing everyone happy Christmas. Apart from reform voters, I wish you a year of sadness. So it's like, oh, sad fools. I just commented, no one does tribalism like black Africans, and it went mental. He didn't see it to begin with. People had to send it.
Had to point it out to him.
But then a lot of the
it's good to know there's a little group of people looking at your tweets.
And then all the normal race grifters, then all the ones on TV like Navanda, that Asian woman. Navanda Tweets is her handle. Navanda Core. Anyway,
I don't know these people.
And another one.
What channels are they on?
I don't know. They're on mainstream TV. They're on GB News sometimes. But they're big on.
I think I might have seen the Indian woman on GB News.
Yeah. So they've all the people you would These are just different types of race grifters. So a BBC presenter, Asian woman, said, "This is disgraceful. We need to strip Nick Buckley's MBE." So I commented to her, "No one does fake outrage like brown Asians." So that set her off then. Then there was
true. Yeah.
Then there was another woman, I forgot her name.
They are such nasty little people, though, aren't they? They want to strip you of your MBE. This is the left are so this be kind crap is absolute bollocks. They're the unkindest, nastiest people going, aren't they? First of all, the Femi guy says he wishes all reform voters a year. Who wishes that on somebody? And then she wants to. I mean, they're just nasty, grubby little people who are vindictive, who are bitter, jealous, and horrible, aren't they?
Yeah.
But they always talk about be kind, be kind.
Well, I'm going to get to the good example of that in a minute with India Willoughby, whatever she's called.
India Willoughby, a bloke.
So I'll talk about him in a minute.
Sorry, I think if you just dead named him. Oh no, it's not dead naming if you say they're a bloke, is it?
No,
he's a bloke.
Fact.
Yes.
So then someone else then with hundreds of thousands of followers. She's on the Jeremy Vine show in the mornings. I don't know her.
Does anybody listen to
she commented, this is awful, racist, strip him of his MBE. So I commented to her, okay, cat lady, calm down, love. She went mental. And there was another, what was the other one? Then there was another one I'd never heard of, but she hundreds of thousands of followers, and she was vile. She went on and on and on and on.
Who was she?
I can't remember her name. It wasn't her real name. It was something else. So I said to her, something like, okay, fatty. Then I go to the gym every day. I've seen a picture of you. You're fat and bald. I'm not fat. It's like, triggered you, and I calling you fatter. So I was just being flippant with. I wasn't explaining myself. I wasn't explaining what I meant by it, and I wasn't getting in. No. I'm just going to be flippant with you because you're not worth my time. Then India Willoughby.
What's it got to do with India Willoughby though? What's he got to do?
Talk about being nasty. So. first of all, he went on with the usual, so racist, the stripper is MBE, so I commented to him, I said, excuse me, sir, that's fighting talk where I come from. That set him off. So what
did he say to that?
Well, this is the real nasty one then. So real nasty stuff.
Yeah.
I'm hoping there's personality courses in jails, because when you're in jail, and I hope you go to jail for this, you'll be able to do one of those courses. This man wants me to go to jail now. So not just stripped of an MBE.
Yes.
He wants me to go to jail.
Stripped of your MBE and sent to jail as well. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So that's how. And
well, on what basis are you going to jail?
Because I'm so nasty.
Oh, because you're nasty.
He's never met anyone who speaks to people like this. So my last one to him was something like, "Oh dear, there seems to be an epidemic of mental illness." So I set them all. They're all attacking me. I had friends tweeting me, going in private message, going, "Jesus Christ, Nick, have you got a bingo card saying I'm going to upset every leftist in the country?" All of them were like, "Oh, I'll go." And and then someone I can't remember the guy's name, but thank you if you sent me this. Someone then did a screenshot of one of Femi's old posts.
Yeah.
Where he refers to himself as a black African.
Yeah.
So then I copied that and sent that to Femi, going, "You call yourself a black African?"
What's the problem?
So I said, Femi calls himself a black African, so there's nothing wrong in that. But do you know what? We have to be careful of all these woke women getting upset. So calling me, meaning he's one of the women. And I called him a big girl's blouse. It was just funny. It was just funny.
And that is fantastic, isn't it?
I was non-abusive. I was just sarky.
But of course, he's a black African when it suits him.
Yeah.
But if somebody calls him a black African, it's racist, isn't it? And that's the nature of these grubby people, isn't it?
He's a black African.
Yeah. And he's a race grifter. He uses his race as a weapon. He weaponises his race to achieve what he wants to achieve in his grubby little agenda.
And then he recorded a video discussing it.
Oh, really?
So to camera, he's going, "Have you ever been racially abused by a member of the British Empire? I have. Here's Nick Buckley's tweet." It was like, talk about performative, talk about going over the top. Jesus Christ. The man's a fool, and a black African.
And a black African fool, yeah. But thank God for Elon, because these kind of conversations, this kind of...
I would have been bad again.
Correct, yeah.
I would have. You couldn't have said that 2 years ago. I would have been kicked off Twitter like I did last time.
Yeah. And you would have been barred, but for something that actually isn't racist, it may be offensive to him, but there's nothing wrong with offending people, is there?
People have to take offence.
Correct.
It's their problem for taking offence.
Yes, correct.
I don't give offence.
Yes, correct.
People have to take offence.
Correct. And I think that's a great story, Nick. Well done. Very well done.
What a great start to the year.
Yeah.
Then someone else commented, again, I only reply to people who've got big followings. I'm not replying to someone with 17 followers.
Yeah.
So then someone else commented, "I've not heard of this racist CUNT before. It's vile what he said." So I replied to him going, "You've heard of me now, haven't you, pussy?" That set him off.